Hello and welcome to the first episode of Red Sports Talk. I'm your co-host Adam Diebolt.
And I'm your other co host, Jake Barabee. Today we will be talking about last week's America's Game of the Week, Patriots Steelers, and our predictions for Week 16.
First, let's talk about our first topic of the game, Patriots vs. Steelers. The full game stats. My team, aka the winner of the game, the New England Patriots, had 283 passing yards with one receiving touchdown, 77 yards with one rushing touchdown, one field goal, one two-point conversion, and one interception for a total of 27 points.
And the loser of the game, the Pittsburgh Steelers, had 270 passing yards, two receiving touchdowns, 143 rushing yards with one rushing touchdown, a field goal, and one interception for 24 points.
Moving on to our next topic of the game, the QB comparison. As you can see, the stats were pretty close. But Jake, who do you think had a better game?
I thought about this for a while, and I'm not going to make a decision because the stats are so even that I won't make a decision. I'd say I would have said Big Ben if he had Antonio Brown the entire game, but once he went out with an injury, prayers up for him, by the way, Brady took over in the second half. Mr. Clutchy Clutch does it again.
I'd have to agree with you, Jake. But in that second half, when Brady and Gronk had that connection, I feel like Brady had a little bit of a better game because they had the game-winning drive, and they just had like the game-winning drive.
It's true. That Brady Gronk connection. Gronk was hiding the whole game. I think they threw it to him maybe twice earlier in the game, but they saved that last drive. Just another trick up Belichick's sleeve. He's got it. All right. And for our final topic of the game is the controversial end-of-game touchdown that was overturned into an incomplete pass. So, Adam, do you think it was a touchdown?
All right. When I first saw it, like the day of when the game was going on, I was watching with a couple of friends. I saw him caught the ball, past the line, and I thought for sure, hey, that's a touchdown. Like, we're done, And then they were reviewing it, and then the call was overturned. I was shocked. I thought for sure that was a touchdown. I mean, like, he caught it. Yeah, he was down on one knee, but he got the ball past the goal line. But now, since I've had time to really, like, think about it and talk with other people about it, I've learned that the call should have, like it really wasn't a catch. It was actually an incomplete catch. Yeah. We've actually have a screenshot from the referee of the game.
Tony Correnti.
And he said, as the ball hit the ground, the ball began to rotate, and the ball hit the ground. And that's the end of it. That's the end of the point.
Yeah. Personally, I think what Jesse James did was a catch and should be considered a catch. But the rule is that, and the play reminded me of Des Bryant, his catch, not catch, in the playoffs against the Packers on fourth down that really decided who went to the NFC Championship that year. But if they're going to be consistent and this is the rule they want, then they did make the right call. So, no touchdown.
As long as Patriots win, I don't care.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, to wrap up this episode of Red Sports Talk, we are going to be predicting America's most anticipated games of the week. So, Adam, who do you think is going to win?
All right, well, for the Raiders and Eagles game, I have the Eagles winning. For the Packers and Vikings game, I have the Vikings winning. For the Cowboys and Seahawks game, I have the Seahawks winning. And for the Bills and Patriots game, you already know, I have the Patriots winning.
And for me, I have in the Raiders-Eagles game the Eagles winning. They are unstoppable. Vikings versus Packers. Originally, I had the Packers winning, but since Aaron Rodgers is not playing, I picked the Vikings. Seahawks-Cowboys, I'm going to go with the Cowboys because the Seahawks looked abysmal last week. And for the Bills-Patriots, I picked the Patriots because I think they will win out all the way through the Super Bowl. Why do you think the Seahawks are going to bounce back?
I know they had a bad week last week. Really bad week.
It was bad.
Like a terrible week against the Rams. I
awful.
couldn't believe it. I picked up a receiver on the Seahawks, hoping he'd play well because I knew Russell Wilson has been playing well recently. And then next thing you know, I was losing that week in fantasy. But I think they're still the same team. I think they're going to bounce back and just play like they always have. Russell Wilson doing his thing and, Seahawks famously defense, Legion Boom, is going to do their thing against the Cowboys.
Yeah, the thing to me though was what sold it for me was on Twitter after the game, two members of the Seahawks, I believe Earl Thomas, who is a safety of the Legion of Boom, and Bobby Wagner, who won Super Bowl MVP a couple years ago against the Broncos. No, Patriots. No, Broncos. Excuse me. Wrong year. And they were arguing. Both extremely good players, top of their position, and they were just ragging on each other, saying the other's so bad and they cost them the game and all that kind of stuff. That's not what you need in the locker room. And to give up 42 points at home anywhere is bad, but at CenturyLink Field, like, that doesn't happen, especially in the rain. To Jared Goff, I mean, this is his second year. And the Rams, I mean, before this year, they were nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Now they're something. And I think that they're going to go to the Super Bowl.
I think the new head coach has had a big
he's a magician.
Influence. Yeah, it's crazy. He's
it's weird what Jeff Fisher does.
Oh,
8-8 everywhere he goes, and then he leaves, and the team is incredible. Wow.
Interesting.
All right, and our stipulation this week is whoever has the most correct predictions will pie the other person in the face.
And if we tie, Jake will get 2 pies to the face.
What can I say?
Well, that's all we have today, Manchester. I'm Adam Diebold.
And I'm Jake Barabee. Thank you for watching.